it online? Okay. As I was saying, if you try to follow the route that brings about your mistake, you will learn how to correct it. You know, much like in electronics, if you follow the whole circuit back, you will find a short circuit or a poorly soldered component. That is the root of your mistake. And in life, it's the same. I see no difference when it comes to that. And it's very easy to judge a person and say, well, you made a mistake, you are imperfect, so I'm not going to listen to you, I'm not going to follow anything you say because you made a mistake. But I don't believe it should be like that. I believe the words of people should be taken into account along with their actions, and you should see how coherent the actions and the words are before, judging a mistake. Because sometimes a mistake isn't a mistake, it's actual malice and it's actual evil. And you need to understand that. You need to analyze it and not be so quick to judgment. Innocent until proven guilty. It's that. But you should allow people to grow. You should understand that people grow, and you should understand yourself as also an ever-changing, ever-growing endeavor. It's part of it. Nobody's born wise. Wisdom is not given at birth. Wisdom is only given to the few who are willing to search for it and ask for it to the world, to the universe. You cannot simply receive wisdom without giving anything back, and you need to sacrifice something, in order to gain wisdom. And usually that comes through mistake, that comes through a bit of suffering. It's part of it. It's part of it. At least it makes sense to me that it's part of it. Suffering is the catalyst to wisdom. Of course, it's very difficult to deal with it, and people deal with it in very different ways. And when it's an immeasurable amount of suffering, it's even harder to deal with it. Of course, it's obvious why. Extreme suffering takes the meaning out of life, makes everything empty of happiness. So it's difficult to find a way when you're in that place. It's difficult to tell someone that things are going to go back to normal, things are going to be okay, and that bad things happen regardless of whether you are good or bad as a person. It doesn't actually correlate to that, even when it's other people judging you, and that's the reason why something bad happened, like a bad breakup or a bad job interview or a bad result in a contest or competition. You are being judged in an objective or subjective way. You are being judged, but when things go bad, doesn't mean that you are bad. It doesn't just means that you are incomplete at that moment. You can become more complete. So that's that. I'll try to do a video series about my process to complete myself, and I'm hoping to have enough attention and enough people to actually help me on that process to become better, and plenty of comments to tell me everything that I am doing wrong and right, and if I'm just making a fool of myself or something else. So that's that. I've reached my destination, and the conversation is over for now. Until next time.